my God, I thought we'd never come because of my stupid earbuds. But the Geek Chat, we are here. We are live, of course, and we got a great show for you tonight. So stay tuned. Hi. My computer did not let me see the intro, so technology. How's everyone doing tonight? Hello, Kenneth. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Leonard. Welcome.
Hello, everybody, and welcome in. So Rich has been having quite the.
Wait a minute, you can't hear me?
We can hear you fine.
Okay, good.
What the hell? No. So at first we couldn't hear Rich, which is normally a godsend, but we really kind of need him as the second host of this show. So
I am the host.
So yes, he is Beardy Rich, and who am I, Rich?
You are Little Black Beardy Dez.
Yes, and as always, we're your hosts for this fantastical, magical Thursday show on the experience called the Geek Chat. And every time we come here, we have something to give away for all you fantastic people who listen to us, who like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, please do.
Yes, because we want to grow this channel. We want to basically, have this become super big. Like, I want to see our faces on the marquees.
Good luck. No one wants to see our faces on a marquee.
I think it would be kind of cool. But anyway, yes, welcome. As I said before, hello, Jabroni Chief. Yes, Producer Kyle.
We just want to get big enough that they pay us to come to New York Comic Con instead of paying us to stay home.
Yeah. Which is this weekend, and I have gone before, and it's been a lot of fun. But I'm not going this weekend because I am on vacation. It's so great. I'm on vacation. Technically, I work today, but I work from home, so that was even better. And tomorrow, I took it off because we got to pack. Because Paul and I and our good friend Randy are headed over the pond to England and Scotland. So yes, I'm going to Scotland to party with boys in kilts. It'll be fantastic. We're going to have tea and crumpets, and it's going to be fantastic. So that means we will not be having a show next week, unfortunately, but we will be back after that. And then we can talk about comic books and all this other fantastical, magical stuff. So I just want to put that out there that we will not have a show next week. But I will be missing you as I am, looking at redheads. So, yay. But as always, we do have a giveaway for you fantastic people. What is wrong?
Oh, I gotta figure it. I'll get it.
So yes, we have a giveaway, and our giveaway this week is this fantastic cover of DCKO by the amazing
Nubovich.
He did it. See, producer Kyle was like ecstatic that he got to hear Rich say that name. But yes. Hi,
TJ, and no, I'm not a Muppet.
You would, honestly, to tell you the God's honest truth, you wouldn't know the difference. But anyway,
and sorry, yes, hello, Steve. Hello, Shona.
Sorry, I'm on vacation mode. So, but yes, we have this fantastic cover. All you have to do to win is put in hashtag Geek Chat in the whoop whoop, and then you could win. Whoop whoop is the comment section. Please.
Hello, Garth Wong.
Put it in there. We want to give this away. Paul's gonna send everything out on Friday. So
that's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. Yes. Steve wouldn't mind seeing the face of the cutest Beardy on the marquee. Who else could get enough of Sophie?
I agree.
She might be here a little later. Right now she's running around being a little terror. So
aren't they all?
They are.
Okay.
But that's the one way to say, hey everybody, we're happy for you to be here, and this giveaway is our thank you. Is our way of saying thank you to all of you for taking the time and coming in and sharing sharing your time with us, talking with us, helping us grow this community at the experience. So please share the love, let your friends know, like, share, subscribe. Get your grandma to do it. We are very fans of grandmas, grandpas, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews. And if you have a YouTube account for your goldfish, just don't get the
Subscribe.
keyboard. Yeah, don't get the keyboard.
Yes.
Wet. Don't want anyone to get electrocuted. So please, hashtag Geek Chat. Get this cover. We want to give it away because later on we're going to close out our show talking about this exact book. And
I'm so excited.
yeah, and if you notice at the back, there's a special fun little game that we might play with all of you. So just stay tuned for that.
I have the opinions too, let me tell you.
I'm sure you do.
I do. And you guys have kitty labor going on at your house?
Kitty labor?
Put the cats to work?
No, no, not necessarily. She's usually over there trying to direct. She's like a
okay. She's bossy.
She's very, very bossy.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
And hello, Jay. Welcome in Hydra Asylum Comics. And yes, chat is French for cat.
Yes. So, alrighty. Now on to the first book that we are going to be reviewing today, and that is Harley Quinn meets Elvira.
And this is the first of two Jimmy Palmiotti, I think I said it right,
sure,
that we'll be reviewing today as well. So,
yes.
Hello, Mr. Palmiotti, if you're watching, which I'm going to tag you after this show's over with.
So, you know how normally we're trying to get in the habit of putting in the credits. We stopped doing that. I said, Rich, you can't say these names. Your photography's for poop. Let me just go ahead and start. Let me just go ahead and do it for a while. That way you can rest and get it going. So I'm gonna do it right now. I have them on screen. So
okay.
Writer Jimmy. I always called him Jimmy Palmiotti, but I guess it's
there's an I in there.
Palmiotti.
Yeah, so I always forget the Palmiotti, like Miotti. So it's
Palmiotti.
Palmiotti. It's okay. Amanda Connor as the other writer, artist, and colorist. Was the artist for the beginning sequence. The other artist is Juan Samu. The colorist is Walter Pereira.
Not as easy, is it? Huh? No.
Pereira. I don't know.
Yes.
The letter is Dave Lamphere, and there's a bunch of editors, but yeah, we're not gonna talk about the editors.
No.
All right, Rich. I've said a lot. You go ahead. What was the first thing? What was your thought about this DC and Diamond?
Dynamite.
Dynamite. Sorry, I saw the D and I forever said that Dynamite. But how was your thought about this? It seems like everyone is crossing over. We got DC, we got Marvel, we got Dynamite. We got DC. It's like DC likes everybody right about now.
Well, they should, because they're kicking all sorts of butt. So, all right. I have been excited for this book since it was announced like 10 decades ago. I love Harley. And this is taken from their run, too, when they did their run, because it has their characters in it and it has their vocal feel. Like, this feels like the Harley when I enjoyed reading Harley, because I've stopped reading Harley by now.
Yeah.
And Elvira, who doesn't love Elvira, Mistress of the Night? Even though, sadly, Cassandra Peterson has said she's done putting it all up.
Yeah.
So
we actually got to see her the last year she did it. We actually saw that performance of it. So,
really?
Yeah, she was fantastic.
Okay, so I luckily met her when she was at WonderCon when it was still here.
Oh yeah. Wow.
And she was out of makeup and she was sitting there. And all these people were walking by and they were like, "Where's Elvira? Who's this woman?" And they were walking and they were saying like some of the rudest stuff. And I'm like, I walked up to her and I went, "I know who you is."
Yes, I think her name is Cassandra Peterson, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And she from what I understand is a very, very, very nice person, and just
she really is.
She's
so nice. I was looking forward to reading this, and I want to say, Steve, I will do the Italian, Indian, and I didn't know I pronounced Thai names correct, but yay for me.
This is a joke.
Oh, damn. I thought I'd do my Italian pretty good. So anyhow, I was looking forward to this, and I wasn't disappointed. It was a fun book full of one-liners, innuendos, everything you expect from Harley and Elvira was in it. It was a lot of fun. The premise is Elvira's manager shuts her show down. Everyone's fired. She has no job. She has nowhere to live. Harley, on the other hand, really wants to do a show with Elvira. She was sick on Halloween. She painted the bathroom in all sorts of things, not paint. And she wants Elvira to do this with her. And, Harley, she stalks people. So she's stalking Elvira, helps Elvira out of a jam, and then goes to have pie, which there's a lot of nice pie innuendos going on at the end. My favorite line of the entire book was at the very end when the waitress is bringing their pie and Elvira says, "This kid smells like the inside of Cheech and Chong's van." I was like, I loved it. The thing I did not like about this book, I really wish Amanda Connor had penciled the whole thing. Nothing negative about Juan's work, but I feel like if you're going to pencil Elvira, you need to drag queen it up. You need to make things bigger. Like her waist was tiny, but her boobs were not Elvira boobs. They weren't big enough. And I feel like she should have been top heavy, middle, and then bigger hips. That's my only real complaint, was the art in places, while still very good, I feel like needed to cheesecake it up a little. Hey, Unknown, welcome in.
Unknown,
and it is a mini-series.
Yeah, it's a mini-series. I thought it's 2 issues, 3 issues. Or is it 4? I don't know.
I have no clue. No publisher ever tells you anymore how big or how long, how many issues it's going to be. So we're all just left like Marvel. They finally announced that the Age of Revelation stuff is 3 issues when they solicited DC or their December solicits, and they're like, "Oh, this is the last issue." Otherwise, us retailers were all like, "We don't know." So we don't know.
Yeah. So I have to disagree with you wholeheartedly about the artwork. I thought the artwork was great. I didn't
say it sucked. I just said it needed to be. She needed to be a little bit more bigger in the bustable areas.
You wanted it to be more or less a bit more of not a caricature, but you wanted to be more larger than life.
Yes, it's Elvira.
To tell you the truth, I am happy that the artwork was a bit more subdued because if it went that way that you're thinking of, it would have read too much like a cartoon. And I really liked their restraint, because the one thing that was interesting about this that I loved was you had these 2 very interesting personalities, because Harley, it was that over the top cartoon character. I mean, the end of her word bubbles were pink and blue, the last couple. So
who was the colorist? Because the colorist letter, would that be the letter that did the coloring in the word bubbles?
The letterer would do the stuff in the word bubbles and stuff like that, and all that stuff.
All right, so now Dave Lanphier, A+.
Fantastic. So, and what I liked about it was while Harley was over the top, Elvira had that sort of slick innuendo, sort of fun node, to the camera, cheesecake kind of stuff. And I thought they bounced and played upon each other really well. And that was just I think, Amanda and Jimmy, having knowing how to write really good, fun
Harley
characters. You know, and it really shows in this book. Like I was entertained, and I think for a book like this, when you know it's going to be over the top, you know it's going to be silly, they had just enough restraint to make it really, really, you know, fun and interesting, and gave them both a distinct voice that really sounded like it was Elvira and Harley Quinn having a fun little banter, and then having, you know, the guest appearances from, you know, all of the Harleys back in the, you know, and all of them. Like this was
Big Tony.
Yeah, this was a treat for people who were longtime Harley Quinn fans from that run. And I think if you were a fan of that run, or you're a fan of Elvira, you really should pick this up. I
agree.
And I cannot wait for the next couple issues, because I will be picking them up. And again, my interest in Harley Quinn can be hit or miss sometimes, but this one was really, really fun. And I'm always been a huge Elvira fan. So yes, I'm definitely thinking that you should really pick this up if you want. Kelly says a Harley Deadpool crossover could be fun. That'd be kind of weird. Like I think that would be. I think they would really have a lot of fun together. Yeah.
So TJ, I do like big chesticles, and I cannot lie.
This is
you
true.
Other brothers can't deny. I don't know if we can do the rest. We'll have to pay some money or something.
Exactly. Leonard Pegg, are Harley fans called harlots? They should be.
They really should be. What are Elvira fans called?
Elvira fans? Mm-hmm. Top heavy? I don't know. All right, everybody. So we're going on to our next book. And this next book it's an indie, and it's one that Rich wanted us to read.
And I got a long story about this.
Elviruses. I love it.
I got Elviruses. Well, that's pretty good.
Okay, so this is Disavowed. The creator was Josh Baylock. Artist Pop Mahan. I have been a huge fan of Pop Mahan for a very long time, back when him and Peter David did Spy Kid, or not Spy Kid, Spy something or other. But he's a fan of Pop Mahan for a long time, so it's great to see him back. Colorist was Carlo Badilla. Letters was by Sean De Pasquale.
Oh, good.
Pasquale. Cover artist was the fantastic Michael Golden, and there was a bunch of different other ones, I think, too. But this was
I got this villain one.
Yeah, this one had the butt shot, so I was like, okay, let's go. So no, this is not G.I. Joe. This is Disavowed. So any thoughts that this is that should not be. You need to just step back and know that this is Spy Boy. That's it. Thank you. Spy Boy was the one that he did, and I really enjoyed it. And please, you do not have a misconception that this is G.I. Joe. This is a distinct, separate entity. That is not G.I. Joe. Do you hear me? It is not G.I. Joe.
Except it was, because Disavowed was the Josh Baylock run when he actually wrote G.I. Joe. Okay, you keep going, because you're doing really good.
I think producer Kyle was going to say something.
No, I came here to say what Rich said. This is actually a story that Josh wanted to do when he was writing G.I. Joe that he obviously couldn't because G.I. Joe. So
yes.
Yeah, but again, I mean that's the joke though. So like when you read it and you don't know that backstory, you're like, isn't this G.I. Joe? Because I can totally give you the elevator pitch. It's literally like, I swear to God, he basically said, what if Snake Eyes becomes a traitor and becomes the head of Cobra? You know, I mean, that's literally what it felt like when I was reading it, and I'm like, So to hear that, because I didn't know that this was, you know, from an unused script that he wanted to do for G.I. Joe, but having that background really, really, really adds to it, because now it makes even more sense about what it was, and I don't want to say that it was good or bad or anything. I actually really enjoyed it,
Well,
but
I will give my opinion.
I could definitely understand what was going on. So yes, Rich.
All right. So when we pick comic books, and this I ordered, I don't even remember ordering it, but I ordered this cover and I was like, okay, cool. So when we were getting our books together and I texted Des the couple books that I thought we should do, I honestly thought this was a superhero book. And I was going into this book like, this is cool, superheroes. I read, okay, the first couple pages are about this kid shooting this high intense laser gun at a Cabbage Patch doll. And I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. And then you turn the page and it's 1989. This is the first word bubble. First word bubble. You heard dial up, team. Dial up? Well, dial tone was the G.I. Joe. And then I look at the next page and I'm like, Jetpack, Blue Sky, Peaches, Stormy. The F is this? I turn the page again and there's Snake Eyes. I'm like, what the F is this S? I was like, no. And I did a couple more pages and I was like, oh, screw this. I threw it down and I went on a little Google and I'm Googling, what is this shit I'm reading? And that's when I find out it's a G.I. Joe wannabe story. I'm sorry. The real G.I. Joe came out this week, written by Larry Hama.
Whoa!
Let me tell you something. Chris Mooneyham is one of the most underrated, best artists there is in comic books. So I read this instead. It's a silent issue. It's really, really, really good.
Whoa.
Really good. So I did not finish Disavowed. Don't want to read Disavowed. Don't care about Disavowed. Now, what I will say is I do love Pop Man's art. I've been reading it since he did some of the X books. And in the 90s, he was heavily influenced by the art that was going on. So seeing his art in this and how it is progressed, I thought the art spot on. Too bad it's attached to this.
So you did not like it because it was it was
complete,
too much of a ripoff.
It wasn't even a fun homage. It wasn't even a fun no. Thank you for telling me that Snake Eyes goes rogue and becomes the head of Cobra, because I did not care.
So basically what happens is,
I'll go to the end.
So no, honestly, it's a couple pages in. So basically, because and at the end you missed it, because even at the end they do a parody of the more you know sort of thing. They do a parody of that, which is kind of funny. But yeah, basically what happens is
you don't know the half of it.
Yeah, that's the.
Oh my god.
So basically, what happens in a nutshell is the Duke character and Snake Eyes confront the leader of Kimono, who, that's the name. It's not Cobra, it's Kimono. And he's like, look, I'm trying to Kimono says to Snake Eyes, oh, and there's a Storm Shadow clone too, by the way.
Of course there is.
They fight Storm Shadow clone, and then they go through and so the Snake Eyes is holding the Cobra Commander-esque guy, and he shows him this stuff that's this is what we're trying to do. How can you not want to, help us and blah, 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 this and that. And so the Duke character, and so the Snake Eyes character cuts the head off of the Cobra Commander character. And then the Duke character is we have to do this. We have to take care of this. We have to delete that. Whatever he said is a lie, blah, blah, this and that. And then the Snake Eyes character literally blows the guy's head off, and it's a very graphic scene. So Duke's head gets blown up, and Snake Eyes takes the guy's helmet, Magneto-esque helmet, and puts it on, and he is now the head. And it's almost like he was sort of brainwashed or whatever, because whatever he read, the villain's word bubbles were very kind of distorted, and when he put on the helmet, his words got distorted too. So it's like maybe a virus thing that you read or something. I don't know. But that kid at the beginning, he joins G5. That's the name
And
of
he's Duke.
and he's basically he would be, I guess, Falcon, because he is Duke's son.
Flint.
The kid that shot the thing. The whole thing's telling about his father, and it's kind of like, now he goes to school and he joins G5, and so it's in the future, and so he's going to have to come in contact again with the Storm Shadow person, because now he's the head of Kimono. So in that aspect, I was kind of like, okay, it's a little interesting, because now we're doing this sort of like, pseudo revenge story, and then
hey Zex, glad you could make it.
What's happening with this Snake Eyes kind of character. So for that, I was like, it seemed kind of interesting.
No,
I don't know. It's just, yeah. I mean, I think it wears its copy or its inspiration a little too heavily for Rich. Am I assuming that? Now we're gonna get sued. Thanks a lot.
That is all I have to say, because
you really didn't like it.
Huh?
You really didn't even finish it, huh? You were just too just taken out by the fact that it was too much of a clone, right?
As soon as I saw Dial Up, and I was like, because I had Dial Tone. As soon as I saw that, and I was like, wait a minute, no. Yes, I did not. I'm
really?
Sorry. Josh Baylock has written a lot of great books I've loved. I was not a fan of Disavowed.
Wow.
You didn't
even, and the thing about it is, you didn't even tell me. You didn't even tell me. I'm sitting here reading it, and I'm like, And I was thinking, swear to God, I'm like, Richard probably like this. It's like G.I. Joe. It's like, I mean, it's pretty much G.I. Joe, so I'm assuming he liked it. And then for you to be like, I hated it, I was like, wow, okay.
Well, I don't have an opinion. I just don't want to read it. I read the real thing.
Yeah. Wow. Well.
On that note,
yeah, it's time for a commercial, and so we're gonna be so there you're at, and we will be right back with the real thing, or maybe there'll be two different people. I don't know. Maybe we'll be Muppets after the break. I don't know, but hope you stay and watch and find out. We'll be right back. Goodbye.
FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up! Part of the experience.
Twitch. It's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there, too. According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below.
hey everyone, welcome back. You are watching the Geek Chat on The Experience. I am Beardy Rich.
I'm Little Black Beardy Des. Thank you so much for being here. As always, what do we got for him, Rich?
I would like you to like, share, subscribe, and all that happy jazz.
What do we got?
Now, we have a giveaway.
We always
and
have
I can't wait. The next segment, we're going to talk about this. I can't wait to talk about it. This is the brand new DCKO #1. This is the cover M, people. This is a 1 in 25. It is the Nubovich variant. Nubovich.
Yeah, it was the only 1 in 25 variant they did for it. It was very
Yep.
interesting. I was like,
Yep.
wow, I thought they would have done a lot more for this. I mean, there
So
were a
they
lot.
did.
I mean, they did. You know,
They did blind bags, and
Yeah.
we got a bunch of really cool covers for the blind bags. I love them. This was
Yeah.
really good. All right, so let's say Leonard Pig GoBots reboot. Yes, please,
Yeah,
and yes, Tom Sawyer. So I have my Crasher. She's an actual Transformer. Since Hasbro owns the rights to the GoBots now, they made a Crasher figure, and my dad and stepmom got that for me for a couple of years ago for Christmas. I love it.
Versus GoBots.
I love it.
Shared
Yes.
universe. Let's make it happen.
Yes. And I just want to say into that this week, Robert Kirkman's Transformers book came out. And oh my God, it was amazing. Dan Mora is going to be the great artist on it. I don't know. One more title for him to draw. Oh, so good. So good. And there is a huge spoiler in it from another property that I love that I cannot wait to see how this goes. I don't want to really spoil it, but oh my God. Awesome. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
What's next?
All righty. So next up, we have, you heard it, the Punisher. He is back, and it's Frank Castle. You know, he's not a black guy. He's not an angel. He is Frank Castle, the one, the only, with a new look. As you can see, it's not a skull anymore. He's got white patches on him. I mean, yeah, he kind of looks like a QR code, but yeah, you know, it works, I guess. So,
All right, why don't you get those credits out of the way?
The writer was Jimmy Palmiotti.
Yeah.
Dan Panosian.
Nope. I learned how to say this because of Triple B.
Sure.
It's Panosian.
Okay, Dan Panosian. Sorry,
Yes.
I was really putting the A in on it.
I used to do that too.
Yeah,
For years, I called him the wrong name.
Yeah. Dean White was the colorist, and the letter was Richard Starkings. Sorry. Yeah, so this is, there were two letterers. The other letterer was Tyler Smith, sorry.
From Comicraft.
Yeah. So yeah, Rich, what were your thoughts about this new Punisher book?
So I am a Punisher fan because of my dad. He always would have the Punisher comics and buy them. So when I saw this was coming out, I was like, okay, you really need to get this. So Zax, if you have not read this, maybe don't listen, or listen and find out that I thought this was great. The art alone is worth the admission to this comic book. The very first page, the Punisher is holding a guy upside down, and you can actually see the treads in the bottom of his shoe. That is an artist committed to a panel, let me tell you. The art here, yeah, so Jay, Hydrasylum, there is a red band, and then there's this. I chose this one.
Yes, I did not get the red band either.
And this does, I guess, tie into the world to come, as it says on the cover. We read the first issue of that, reviewed it. I have them all. I just haven't read them yet. But back to this Marvel Knights Punisher. The action is there. The story is there. Of course, he's going after a drug dealer who is dealing El Zombie. And there's another shadowy people in call. That little side story, I was like, okay, let's see where this is going. But overall, I think it was action-packed. The story was there, and it really proved the end was quite the twist. And I want to, when you tell me yours, we'll talk about the end of this. I have some questions of what you think.
It was a book.
Oh, you did not care for this book. No?
Sorry.
Well,
I didn't like the art. I didn't like the story. I didn't like anything about it. It was a slog to get through. I did not like it. It reminded me of like early Howard Chalkin stuff. It just was not for me. I did not like anything about it. I just
ouch.
This, and I'm fine with that. You know, not every comic is for everybody. I'm glad I enjoyed it, but no, I did not like it. Them trying to brainwash him and make him a brainwashed soldier, and then the ending with him finally being broken and going off and killing folks and everything. And just no. And the major detractor for me, and I'm just not a fan of the artwork. I just was not a fan of it. The scratchiness, the blockiness of it. Just it's one of those art styles that has it's like Bill Sienkiewicz. It's like it has that form to it, and it has a life to it, but it's one of those kind of polarizing styles that you can either really, really like, or you can,
and I do,
or you'd really, really dislike it. But in some cases, you can grow to like it depending on the story that it is servicing. And for this story, I think it was great for it. It looked rough. It looked gritty. Frank looked intimidating. The people he was fighting looked intimidating. It's just overall, it didn't work for me. I didn't think it was pleasant to look like. I didn't think that the story was all that interesting, to be honest. I mean, great. I mean, it was great having, the Mexican cartels and everything, and having him back to his roots, fighting pushers and fighting, drug kingpins and stuff like that. But it just didn't resonate for me. So,
wow.
So, hey, I think it's, hey, you know what? And I can only imagine that the red band one was even bloodier and messier and whatever. But
hey,
yeah,
Triple B,
just but yeah, just not. It just wasn't for me. So yeah, for this one, I really feel that we are on totally opposite sides of the spectrum, and that's totally fine. And
yeah, because
yeah,
I gotta agree with who said it. I gotta go up in this chat. Kyle said it. I really think that this is some of his best work. I've been a fan of his again since the 90s. But this book, I thought, brought a different level to his art. But you know what? And that is what I love. Art is subjective. Mm-hmm. We have artists. We both have artists that we will buy just because of the art.
Sight unseen. 100%.
Just because of the art.
100%.
Like when George Perez was alive, I would buy anything that man drew, even if he drew the phone book and just, I would still buy it.
People,
Adam Polina, I love his art.
Another polarizing style.
Yeah. I remember when he was penciling, and I was like, I love this stuff. And people at the comic book shop would be like, I don't like it.
Same thing with Paul Pope. But the weird thing about Paul Pope was it took me it took me maturing to really appreciate his work. Same thing with Sienkiewicz. It was the same thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Same.
Did not like it when I was younger.
I remember buying that first issue of New Mutants that he did.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't like this. And then I get the next issue, like, I don't like this. So I stopped the book. And then when the next creative team came on, which I think was maybe Brett Blevins, around there, I started picking it up again. And then I missed all this story. And back in the day when stories went past 12, 18, you actually got to like issue 60. And I'm like, I got to go back and buy them. So I went back at comic conventions and I would, buy the back issues for really cheap. And then I was like, oh, I kind of really liked his art. So yeah, art is very subjective.
Yeah. But overall, if you like it and you like what Jamie Palmoni and Joe Quesada is doing it too, right? They're kind of redoing the Marvel Knights thing, right?
Yeah.
So if you like that and you like this kind of pseudo in-universe thing they're doing, definitely by all means have fun. And Hydra Asylum Comics, Jay, thanks you for reading Gunpowder Prophets. I don't get any money for it, but thanks. I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
That was a good first issue.
It was a good book.
Yeah.
It was a good book. So, alrighty. Next up is, I don't know if we're gonna do this, but we are doing it. We're only reading a couple per week, so just calm down. But we are reading a couple of these event books, and we figured we'd take this one because this is the one that is directly, at least I just wanted to, because this takes directly related to that first Requiem we had. So if you don't think of anything else, I'm thinking, oh wow. Producer Kyle's furious. Alrighty. So maybe we'll have producer Kyle, chime in about his thoughts on this book if he's read it. I'm not sure. All right. The creators were, writer was Jeb McKay, artist was Mahmoud Asra. Yeah. Colorist was Matt Wilson, and letter was Clayton Cowles. Yay. All right, Rich. What were your thoughts about this one? I love that. I love that dressing on it, though. That amazing X-Men. Oh,
yes.
I've always loved that that font and that style. Anyway, sorry.
Yes, I have to agree. So this week we got Amazing X-Men, Binary, Laura Kinney Sabretooth, Long Shots, in World of Revelation.
That's 5 people.
Yes, and I read them all.
You read them all?
I read them all. I got all the number ones. I've pre-ordered all the number ones.
Oh my
and
God.
Marvel, I got to go on my soapbox rant about what Marvel does to the retailers.
Let's hear it.
Because we have already ordered number 2s before the number 1s come out, and that should be illegal in the comic book world. It is frustrating to comic book store who are trying to order this sludge, because we don't know if our customers are going to like the number 1s. So in the Merry Marvel fashion, they screw retailers by we did a double FOC last week. So we have ordered already number 2s that the number 1s aren't even out yet. That is BS. So I've pre-ordered all the number 1s because I figure there might be some good stuff in this. And out of the 5 books that were released this week, I liked 1. And 1 had saved it because of the art, and that was this book.
Oh,
the art for me, I've always been a fan of Mahmoud Asrar, and I will continue to be.
You said it.
I said it. Yes. What did you think? Because you said you wanted to read. This is kind of like the main book because Jed McKay is the constructicon of it. Yes. So what did you think of it?
I mean, it's one of those, you know what, Rich? It's one of those things where, and I'm really sad for this, but as I was reading it, I just kind of got bored with the narration. I kind of got bored with what was going on. It's just like, okay, it's not that it was a slog to get through. It was just sort of uninteresting. Like I was just uninterested, and maybe that's event fatigue. People like to talk about that, or maybe I was just like going into this just not really like interested in it and what's going on. I just think the overall premise is just overwrought. The amount of books we're getting is just much. Just reading this felt like work. And that's the weird thing about that's the weird thing about the show that we do, is this is not work for us. This is fun. This is us having a good time. And this was the first book that I like flipped through and looked at that I felt, I am doing this for the show. Like I am working for the show. I am here for the show. And I'm just like, ugh, and I just was like, and I was the one that put it on because I feel like we were saying, I felt like, hey, we got to read this. Maybe this will like put their A game. And I know some people liked it, but for me, it was just kind of like, it wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of like, okay, it's an event. It's a Marvel event book, a series. And it just really feels like that. And I'm sorry, but it feels like as a comic book reader and a comic book lover and a long time one of both of those, it just feels like this was as by the numbers as you could go. And it just didn't feel innovative. It didn't feel fresh. It didn't feel new. And I hope it's not one of those things that we were like I'm feeling that I was spoiled from the whole Krakoa era, because there was so much like new stuff coming out of that, at least for the first like 2 years. And then towards the end, it all kind of like turned back into kind of like Marvel formula
A
kind of
mess.
stuff.
Yes.
And then we get this, and it's like this is just part of that Marvel formula kind of stuff. And
yes,
and I will say this, and please don't immediately turn off your views of us.
oh
but
boy,
at this point, I'd kind of rather read. I mean, I'd kind of rather read the like Black Bolt and his crew, and see what's going on with them now. The Inhumans. What's going on with the Inhumans, because like Imperial, they're actually doing some really fun, interesting stuff in there, and it's on a cosmic scale, and it's fun, and it's like interesting, and hopefully the cosmic stuff will be a new thing that we can really fully engage the reader, because this was not engaging. It was not engaging. The next one we're going to talk about wasn't engaging either. The next one we're going to talk about was the next one we're talking about. I'll save it. Rich, what was your thoughts?
So I want to take a little break and just say the top 10 comics for the month of September. Number 1 was Deadpool Batman. Then we have Batman number 1, Absolute Batman number 12, Batman number 2, Amazing Spider-Man 11, which shocks me, Absolute Evil number 1, Absolute Superman number 11, Punisher Red Band number 1, Absolute Wonder Woman number 12, which should be higher, and 10 rounds out Ultimate Spider-Man number 21. The X books are all 50 and much lower. Marvel has a huge problem, because if you remember back in the day, they sold. The X-Men sold.
Oh, yeah.
We just had X-Men 97. If they had struck then, giving us some fresh books, the X-Men would be in this top. Look what's in the top. We have 3 absolute books, which are great in my mind. Ultimate Spider-Man, which is a great book. Marvel has, if you don't count the Deadpool Batman, Marvel has Spider-Man and Punisher. Well, Spider-Man twice. There's a reason. And it's books like Amazing X-Men, which I'm really happy. I follow a lot of accounts on Twitter, and they're new readers. And I don't want anyone to think I'm glad there are new readers. And I'm glad there's readers who are finding comic books, because there's literally a comic book out there for every single person.
Agreed.
Out there. You just need to find it. And that's why good comic book stores listen to your needs and will point you to something instead of just trying to sell you something. And I hate to say it, but out of the books, the 5 books this week, they were mostly just uninspired. And I have to be honest, Des, you always talk about how the Marvel Voices or the DC holiday books are places for DC and Marvel to put new artists on. That is what a lot of these books felt like. They were brand new artists. Some of them were, I guess it was, hey, we need you to draw this book. The X-Men used to stand for quality. Like, you could pick up, and there were what we call, I don't want to call them icons, but you had some big names on the X books then. And that's why I'm glad that Asrar, is that how you say his last name? They at least got him to pencil this. That's basically my review of this book. I agree with you 100%. It is kind of just work. And I have decided that a lot of these number 1s, I will not be getting the number 2s on. So yeah, let's just go into this next book while we're here.
Real quick, Unknown.
Yes.
You actually won last week, so unfortunately, you are not eligible to win. Producer Kyle, you want to say something?
Can I give my super fast review of this?
Of course.
Yes.
Always.
Stop eventing the damn X-Men.
Yes.
When was the last time we had an X-Men book that wasn't a damn event?
Yes, or leading up to an event.
If you're gonna botch a release like you did with Age of Revelation, leave something there that can sell.
Yeah.
And it wasn't X-Men to begin with, and it certainly isn't now.
Yeah.
I will also say your next book could have just stayed in the trash where it belongs.
So another book that Rich had said that he wanted to do was Long Shots, and this one hurts me dearly. Like, okay, so the writers were Jonathan Hickman, Gary Duggan, artist was Alan Robinson, the colorist was Yen Nitro, and the letterer was Ariana Mayer.
From VCs.
From VCs. What I'm reading from League of Comic, but they don't say that. So
Yeah.
She's from VC, part of that group. Okay, so
And the cover was Ryan Brown.
yes, the cover was Ryan Brown. The reason why this hurts me, or the reason why it says it was Dustin Weaver. How interesting. Anyway.
Huh.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm saddened by this because that
is Dustin Weaver. They miscredited on the inside.
Okay. The one thing that I fell in love with Longshot. I fell in love with his 6-issue miniseries that came out with and Shitty. I never see her last name right. I'm sorry. And Arthur Adams, because I'm a huge Arthur Adams fan. And I fell in love with Longshot. I fell in love with him in the X-Men. I've always had a soft spot for Longshot. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And so, I've always been a huge spot for the X-Babies and the Mojoverse in general. It's silly, it's crazy, it's outlandish, and it's just supposed to be fun. This book was not fun. This book was not fun. It was like they were trying to be self-referential, but in a way that was just not like everyone's voice except for Mojo sounded off. Major Domo's voice, the X-Baby's voice, Longshot and Longshot and Spiral. Now Spiral is Longshot's agent.
Sure, why not?
And how does this pertain to like what's going on with Age of Revelations? Like the whole thing is like, you know, Mojo is killing his lawyers and turning them into pigs. Sorry, turning them into pigs and then killing them. And it's because they don't have anything to show because of this whole Revelation event that's going on. So that's when the self-referential thing comes in. And it sounds like, you know, Duggan and Hickman were like, you know, it's like they're trying to be like uber meta or uber smart about like, you know, this is an event book, like this is a reaction to the event, because it's like, you know, we can't do anything because the event's taking over, you know, we have to do something else or scramble or something, and it just fell on like it just fell flat. Everything felt flat on this book, and it was just not good. Like I honestly thought it was going to be something about Longshot doing something with the Age of Revelation crew or having to do something that really affected the story in such a way, and it does not. It does not. I honestly believe that Jerry and Jonathan were drunk at a comic convention and said, "Hey, I'm contractually obligated to Marvel to write comics. Let's do this." And they're like, "Okay." And then like they came up with this. Like, I swear to God, some of these books feel like that. Like some of these books feel like they're literally at like a Marvel summit, because you know they have the X-Men summits, right? Where Marvel brings all their people together and they kind of plan out the next 2 years or whatever. And it just seems like the two of them were at a bar at like, you know, they're at the hotel bar that Marvel, you know, hooked them up with, if they pay. I hope they do. and they're drinking and talking about this stuff, and an editor heard it or something, or they drunk dialed an editor, and the editor said, "Hey, you did this. When are we going to get these pages?" And they're like, "Oh shit!" And then they have to make the book. I don't know. I didn't like it. It was horrible. Go ahead, Rich.
So first off, I want to say, Coog, eat something. All right. So Steve, I have to agree 100%. There used to be a time when events were in the series, and one of the best ones was the Mutant Massacre, because that got me reading other titles that I normally wouldn't read. It wasn't a number one. What? Acts of well, that is. I'm talking X.
Yeah.
Acts of Vengeance worked on so many levels because it was the entire Marvel universe. And when Magneto went up against Red Skull, I was just like, yes, please. Those were the good old days. Back before Marvel did these one-shot annuals and linked them together with the customer not really knowing what's going on and things like this. So, okay. TJ, I have to agree, stop rehashing old events over and over. Now, I am going to tell both you and Kyle, I loved this book. You want to know why I love this book? Because it had nothing to do with that damn Age of Revelation shit that's going on. This book was so entertaining in the fact that the art was amazing. Like, amazing. I loved seeing Hellcat. Hellcat is one of those Marvel really wants to use her, but has no clue what to do with her. Loved it. Loved seeing the X-Babies. Yeah, their voices were off, but if you remember, their voices changed pretty much throughout whoever wanted to write it. Because Cyclops would have a lisp sometimes, and sometimes he wouldn't. Okay, the pig thing, that was hysterical. I was like, yes. So the team they build is Hellcat, a rhino that is like his horn was cut off, so he has this weird horn shoved on, and
he has an axe in his head.
Yes, he just wants to get drunk. Craven the Hunter, looking especially daddy, who chopped up all the different Jeff the land sharks and
eating them.
Eating them. You've got Wonder Man, who is bonkers in the head, who just wants the fame.
What?
And then you have Bishop, who I'm pretty sure someone has swapped the bishops. That is 100%. And now they have to go. I thought this, I loved this book. It made me happy to read a book that has nothing to do with Age of Revelation. Hello, Sophie, baby girl.
She was meowing for it.
She likes this book. She read it over your shoulder, and she's like, "Dad, you're wrong."
Am I wrong?
You're wrong. You're wrong.
You think Uncle Rich is right?
I am right.
Rich is right.
Uncle Rich is always right. When will the world realize this?
You have to understand, though. He reads a lot of these books drunk, so
I do not. I will be real honest. When I read this, I got what they were going for and doing, and I loved that the fact this crappy event going on is preventing Mojo from airing anything. Like, it's funny. It's funny. I don't know. That's me. This was the only. So this is funny. This was the only book out of the 5. The worst was Binary. That by far was trash. That was a waste of paper. Age of Revelation is an anthology where Revelation tells Wiccan that he doesn't know how to speak or read or say anything. So, bam, he's useless. And then the whole rest of the issue is Hulkling trying to fix him. And then a really, 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 really bad story about Franklin Richards. Like, that was crap. And then I forgot the 5th book.
They're trying to flesh it out. I think they're just trying to flesh out the world a little bit more with that.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right. So yes, Cypher is the big bad,
He is
believe
the
it or
big
not.
bad. He is no longer Cypher. He is Revelation now. That
Yeah.
is his name. So
Oh, and at the end of Amazing, okay, Psylocke is there. In Revelations, or whatever we just read last week, she goes and hunts down Bay, and then Bay tells her the truth, and Apocalypse thinks Psylocke is dead. But no, Psylocke is hanging out with the Dark Child, who lost the E on her name because for some reason she's no longer the old Dark Child. She's the new Dark Child without the E, and a weird Juggernaut. And I'm like, huh?
It's edgy.
I don't know. It makes no sense. This so far event from book to book makes no sense. But that's me, and we're only on 5-issue ones. Another 5 coming this week.
All right. Well, all right, everybody. We'll be back right after this quick break. And when we come back, it's knockout time.
Live from New York. What? Oh, sorry. Live from Cleveland? It's Friday night? It's Friday Night Live! With Nancy McCann. And Ricky. And sometimes Carlos. And featuring boxes and boxes of rare comics. Unique collectibles. Lots of smiles and conversations with new friends. Friday Night Live with Comics Unlimited. Friday night from 9 to 11 on The Experience.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it. In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, that'd be really great. Thanks.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Geek Chat on the Experience. I am Beardy Rich.
I'm Lowback Beauty Des, and that over there is Sophie.
And yeah, Miss Sophie is our little mascot,
I guess.
Oh, she's one of us.
She is.
So I just want to say, I love watching Friday Night Live. I watch it, but much like some of you guys who are watching us, I never really talk, but I always give a like. So if you could give us a like, even a subscribe, and tell some friends about us, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Yes, definitely share if you can. First, before we go into our giveaway, producer Kyle, sir, what can people expect this week from The Experience?
Well, tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern, and then subtract 3 hours for where you guys are. I don't know. I have a head cold. I can't do that math. 10 a.m. Whatever. Yes. Jason Fabak will be joining us to talk about Rook Exodus number 8.
Cool.
Last time he was supposed to be on the air, he wound up having a family emergency, and we had Josh Blaylock from Disavowed that we now know how Rich feels about on the show. But Fabak will be here tomorrow.
I am nothing but honest. What can I say?
I'm not going to say I predicted it when he was talking about it, but I predicted it when he was talking about it. Anyway, so tomorrow is Fabak. Then Nick is at New York Comic Con, so he will have a special guest host for the original art show tomorrow night. And then Nancy will be live as always. Then next week is a full week of shows, just like normal. And Wednesday night we have our new show, The Hump Day Heroes.
Yeah, we watched.
Yeah,
he texted me.
Future Comics.
Yeah, I texted
and
him.
Then the Beardies may be off next week, but stay tuned for an announcement. We may have a longer than normal sketch up coming to you live from my kitchen.
Oh, go
There you
for
go.
it. Go for it. Use our time. Do that.
With all of so Mel and Mog and I are staying together at Baltimore Comic Con. So we are having a bunch of artist friends over, and we're going to do Sketch Up live from the house.
Cool.
That sounds awesome. So y'all tune in. I mean, check it out. Tell your friends. Tell your grandmas. Tell your puppies. Make them watch.
So what are we giving away? We are going to give away a book tonight.
Yes, we will be giving a book. DCKO by who, Rich?
I don't know. I already shut your window. Hold on.
Oh, damn it, Rich.
Hold on. It's coming. I'm
I can
scrolling.
I can look it up.
Nubovich. It's a 1 in 25 cover M, the Nubovich variant. So be sure to put in the boobily bop hashtag Geek Chat.
Because we want to give it to you. So please.
Because I do want this. If no one types in Geek Chat, I get this, and I love it. And I love covers. I love all variant covers.
So speaking of the DCKO, let's talk about it. So before we talk about it, let me give you the creators. Story was by Joshua Williamson. Story and writer was Scott Snyder. The artist was
Javi.
Germanico. There's one that's Germanico.
Oh, there's two artists. That's
Yes.
right.
And then the other one was Javier Fernandez.
Just Javi.
Javi, yeah. Colorist was Alejandro Sanchez. Letterer was Hassan Asman Elihiao.
Thank you.
Yeah. So those people that put it together, and then a couple editors, of course. So Rich was really into this. We're gonna spend a little bit of time talking about it. Rich, what were your thoughts about this? What?
Well, no. I read this before you, and
I know
last
you
week.
did.
So, what did you think of it?
No. I spoke a lot about long shots that you shot down, but what did you think about DCKO? I have my own thoughts. What did you think of it?
All right. So I have been on a huge DC kick in the since All In started.
Yeah.
DC said, hey, we know what we've done wrong, and we're really going to try. We're really going to try this time. We're really going to try. We tried with the new Shitty 2, and we pissed you all off. And then we tried with Rebirth, and we know we got some stuff wrong. But look, we're really trying. So please read our stuff. And I was like, well, Marvel is sucking right now. I'm going to try some All In. And I was all in on DC. I even read a Superman book, and I don't much, Superman. They got me. DC got me. And when I read, so it was Absolute, whatever it was, and then The World, whatever from last week, leading into this, I was excited. And the fact that I got to read this when I ordered it. Not all of it. I got to read most of it when I ordered it. I actually didn't read the full issue. I only read part of it, and I was excited for what I read. And they really are promoting this book. Really promoting this book. And it even has one of their fancy kind of not gatefold. What is it? Kyle, help me out here. Acetate.
Acetate. I always remember because they look like ass.
So you you have a really cool cover of Superman slamming everyone, fighting behind him, and then they cover it with the logo. Okay. So Darkseid died a long time ago, giving birth to the Absolute Universe, which my memories, we reviewed on this day a year ago. We reviewed Absolute Superman #1.
Ooh.
So it's been a year since Darkseid has been disappeared. And the energies from him started the Absolute line, gave us the Dark Legion. And now we learn in this that Darkseid has destroyed the Earth. Destroyed.
Well, it's timey-wimey stuff, but yes.
Yes. So time gets rewound, and the heroes and villains of Earth have to come together to somehow save it. Yeah. And that is what DCKO is about. It is about them getting the energies, because the Omega energy is in the core of the Earth. And that is what they found out in Justice League a couple issues ago when the team went down, and that's what they found. And then in Justice League as well, you learned that the parademons were being kind of incubated
born
on Earth. So Darkseid's presence is being felt in the DC universe big time.
Yeah.
And the plan is that there's going to be a knockdown, drag out fight. And that's the only way. You have to want to fight, because remember, the Omega energies aren't happy-go-lucky, lots of hugs and feels. It's based on rage and anger and fighting. So they have to fight each other in order to find out who's going to be the most powerful king, Omega King, with all the Omega energy that can actually go up against Darkseid. That's really this book.
Yep. And what I think about what's really cool about it is because we've seen the absolute universe, and we're seeing what's happening with that and what's going on with that, and how hope is now affecting that universe with the three and all the people that are coming up and becoming justice people and all that other stuff. It was great to see how that event is affecting the main DC universe, and this is how it is affecting it. And so that chaos, that evil that is Darkseid is basically inside the Earth, and when the champion comes, they will absorb that power and then be able to fight the influence of Darkseid, who I'm assuming who feels like is being reborn into this universe, which kind of makes me wonder what's going to happen in the absolute universe, when one of them reaches their, zenith. So I don't know. It feels like there's been this really interesting connection that DC has made within their continuity that has been so fun and just so interesting. Yes, it is very much Highlander. It should have been
There can
DC
only
Highlander.
be one.
Yeah. DC's level of continuity, it's kind of funny that because people used to complain about their continuity. Now it's like their continuity is so tight that it's like I have never, not I say never, but it's been a very long time that I have actually been like, man, I should go back and read that other series. Like I should go back and read this book. I should go back and read that issue to see what's going on, and I haven't felt like that in a very long time, because the continuity is so tight, and the continuity and it is affecting their books. And it's the crazy thing about it is it's like the event, this DC KO event, it is an event. It even says it, DC Comics event doesn't feel like a chore. It doesn't feel like work. And it is the exact opposite of what's going on in Marvel. And it's hilarious to me that is what is going on right now. That this book and what DC is doing is just so, it just feels so simple, but it's making its readers like care about it. Because now I want to go back and read Aquaman. Now I want to go back and read all these other books that are going on to see where this happened. Now I want to get caught up on Superman. Now I want to it's like that's the thing. It's like what the hell? And then at the end when you saw just the bottom half of the three from Absolute,
yes,
I was like, oh shit, what kind of tease is this? Great. My only caveat, and I'll say this just once, and then I'll move along. I did not like the artwork. Sorry.
My God, Des,
not like the artwork at all.
Des.
I thought the story was tight. The story was good. I'm here for it, but that is in spite of the artwork. I did not like it at all. All their faces look smooshed. I didn't like the coloring. I just did not like anything about it. It looked too. I don't know if they were trying to go for a more raw aesthetic or something, but I did not like it at all. Like I wanted like Dan Moore on this. I wanted George
Perez.
Yeah, that would have been just dig him up. That'd have been great. But no, I don't know. I just I feel like I don't know. I didn't like the artwork. Anyway,
All right, so Desmond, here is where you and we agree. So I was telling Coop about what we're going to talk about, and I loved this book, but I got to be honest, DC dropped the ball. DC event books, if you go back, this isn't a crisis, but their crises were always penciled by top tier artists.
Yeah.
I unfortunately think Javi Fernandez is a good artist on Justice League Dark. Like, this would fit a darker book. I feel like this book needed the excitement to be reflected in the art.
Yeah.
And I have to agree with you. The faces are smushed. They are flat. It's hard to recognize who some people are. In fact, I still don't know who the family is. So it's on the fourth day. So they're days. They're 7 days, of course.
Yeah.
On the fourth day, all the heroes stop what they're doing and they spend time with their families. And what should have been a tender moment in the book was more of a guessing game. Like, who the hell is this? And I still don't know who the upper panel is. And that is a disservice to the book as a whole. And that's nothing. His art is it's good. It does not fit this book at all.
Yeah.
In fact, some of the panels, you have to like kind of decipher what's going on. That should not be on your event book. So we have to agree there. So TJ, it's funny about that Luthor killing Superman, homage with Supergirl. I don't know if that's going to happen because
but that's a great segue into the ending page
brackets.
Gave us this. And if you want to take our faces away, that's great. There you go.
Show people.
This is the bracket system. Very funny. So yeah, these are our combatants that are facing off to be the I guess the dark side champion or claim the champion heart. And I would love it if we were able to at least talk about this a little bit before we go to our giveaway. Rich was really like, "Oh my god, this is so cool!" Because like, he loves reality television, and if this was like a reality TV show, I'd be in heaven. He would be in heaven.
I'd be in heaven.
So what are our thoughts? Rich, what are our thoughts?
Some of these are a little like what? Because Supergirl's going up against Giganta.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Going down.
She can grow. He is Superman. One punch, she's out.
Supergirl.
For the rest of this. Then you got Captain Atom and Power Girl. And I'm like, okay, this is a matchup.
That's a fight.
This is a matchup. So I'm going to put my money on Captain Atom. Because if you read his miniseries, he's a little overpowered right now. Now, if they kept it, which they have been really good, like you said, continuity's been tight, he should be able to take Power Girl down. What do you think?
Yes, I think that she will go down. Because they can't play it. See, and this is the thing that we have to remember is like you can't put Kryptonians in a bracket like this because they're like Viltrumites. I mean, you got to have something. So
right.
We have to expect some upsets. I mean, I guess that first upset was the Joker and the villains popping in and doing what they need to do, which I thought was hilarious.
Yes.
And I loved it. But I think that Captain Atom, I think that Supergirl will win, and then Captain Atom will best Power Girl. That's my thought anyway.
So who do you think Superman, Captain Atom?
Oh, Superman, definitely.
All right, so Superman wins that first bracket down.
Yeah.
All right. Guy Gardner and Firestorm.
Firestorm.
And I can't wait to get to the end of this bracket because Firestorm, yeah, okay, I'm not going to say anything. Jay Garrick and Cheetah.
Cheetah, unfortunately.
Hey, Kyle, is there a way you can put us on so I'm on top of him, and then make that one left side bracket bigger on the right.
Wait, what?
No,
So, like,
not without some
no?
notice.
Okay. Oh well. All right. So who do you think between Jay Garrick and Cheetah?
Cheetah.
Cheetah. Really? Why?
Because Jay, because he's. I hate to say it. I'm not being an ageist, but he's an old guy. Okay, number one.
But he's a speedster.
Doesn't matter. He's the slowest one of all, and I think the sheer and I think people sleep on how fast Cheetah is. He's fought Wonder Woman to a standstill a couple times. So yeah.
Oh, I was gonna go with Jay because of the fact that speedster.
Nope.
And all he's got to do is speed behind her and knock her out.
Nope.
Interesting. This is why I like this. All right. So between your pick of Firestorm and Cheetah, who's gonna win?
Firestorm.
Yes, I agree.
Easy.
For me,
easy.
Yeah, Firestorm can take out both of these.
Yes.
All right, so now you have Firestorm versus Superman. Who do you say?
Superman.
I say Firestorm.
No.
All he's got to do is make that cape kryptonite, and he's going down.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see, Rich. Okay.
I think the winner of this bracket, out of all these people, should be Firestorm, because
All right.
Firestorm has the ability, remember, to change the chemical compositions. And he should be able to turn Superman's cape or costume or anything into kryptonite. Bam, taking him out.
All right.
Bam.
All right. What else?
Do you want to continue or no?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Kyle, hold on. Kyle, you got anything after this real quick, or can we finish this?
All we have after this is me going to bed, so take your time.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
All right. Does everyone in the chat want to hear this? Because, like, maybe they don't want to hear it.
Yeah, do you want to hear us go through these brackets?
I don't know. I just have a lot of opinions because Connor Hawk versus Hawkman. I'm sorry. Hawkman all the way.
Hawkman is. Oh, I guess we're gonna do this, folks. So yeah, Hawkman is just gonna dog walk him like 100%. Just Mace meet face. That's it.
Yes, Mace meets face. That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You can throw all that. You can not throw. What would it be? What's it when you can shoot all the arrows you want at a person flying around? None of them are going to stick because this man's been doing it for so long. Mace to the face all the way. Aquaman, King Shark.
Aquaman.
This is interesting. Can't Aquaman just make King Shark stop?
No, he's an intelligent creature. I think it only works on like a fish and stuff like that.
He's a fish, though.
No. I mean, hilarious if he did. Told him to go home or something.
All right, I need everyone. Lex Luthor versus Black Lightning. Now, is Lex in his? So in the book,
he's in his power armor.
He's in his power armor.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I hope you don't take my black card, but I gotta go with Lex.
I gotta go with Lex.
Lex has gotta. I think Lex would outsmart him and be prepared for it.
Okay, now we got the last one is Demon Supergirl.
I think it's gonna be Demon.
Etrigan is quite the force, but all he really does is do rhymes and shoot flames out of his mouth.
Yeah, he's significantly been nerfed. That's why I'm thinking it's probably gonna be Supergirl. It's gonna be
She takes him down with ice breath.
Yeah.
100%. And yes, thank you, Jay. I have to say I agree. Lex would do it for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think Aquaman eats fish. I think isn't that a pescatarian, or do they eat fish?
I think he's full. Yeah. From the earth back to the earth. I think he would definitely eat fish.
All right, so you got Aquaman versus Hawkman. Now there's a matchup.
Oh crap. Okay, Aquaman versus Hawkman. I gotta give it to. I'm sorry. I gotta give it to Aquaman.
Really?
What
is Aquaman? Oh wait, I'm not reading Aquaman. He's got some new powers.
Yes, he can control water now.
So he's Mira.
Yeah, you remember Mira and him switch powers. No, sorry.
Wait.
No, sorry. No, he just got her powers. Sorry, he can still talk to fish too, if I remember correctly. Yeah. No. He got a power upgrade. So he has Mira's power. Yeah. So mine is on Mine is definitely on Arthur Curry, the blonde hair, blue eyed kid. Yes, Hydra Asylum. Etrigan is technically magic, but the magic immunity that Kryptonians, the magic vulnerability that Kryptonians have had, that seems to be played down a little bit. And the reason why I'm going to say it's Supergirl is going to win because of a plot of it's for the plot. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Keep going.
Well, no, it's interesting that TJ believes it's going to come down to Lex versus Supes, which would be a fun matchup, but I'm still sticking with Firestorm. All right, so
exactly.
we have.
No, I think it's 100% right because if I'm looking at this correctly, it would be let me see. It would be
Lex versus who you think Aquaman. So it would be Lex Aquaman for you.
Okay, and then who would be after? If Lex won that one, who would be after that one? Let me see.
Nothing. He goes up and he fights who everyone thinks on that side, Superman, but I think it's going to be Firestorm.
Okay.
So do you think Lex or Supergirl? So what you're saying, TJ, is that you think Lex is going to take Supergirl down.
Correct. And then that's going to give more impetus for Superman to fight Lex. I think Superman will definitely be in the... We're fools if we believe Superman's going to get taken out super, super fast. Like, no. I think Superman's going to go all the way to the end and something's going to happen. Unless they cheat and then all bets are off. Honestly.
Who cheats? The villains?
The villains and stuff.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Because I think it's gonna be Supergirl versus Lex Luthor. Lex is gonna do something dirty or whatever Lex is gonna do, and he's gonna defeat her, and then it's gonna be Lex versus Superman, and then it's gonna be whoever beats that, and then it might be if they want to have some stakes in it, I would have Lex beat Superman and have Lex go into the to the octagon at the end.
Wow. Okay. So the other side, we have Wonder Woman and Starro.
Wonder Woman wins easy.
Yes. Now, here is where our commenters, our lovely viewers, Lobo or Plastic Man, and I have a feeling a couple of them think Lobo is going to kick all sorts of butt.
Plastic Man's going to win.
You think Plastic Man's going to win?
Nope. Plastic Man all day, every day.
Really?
Yes, because everyone thinks that Plaz is just a joke throwaway character. No, Plaz is going to take it all the way.
Interesting.
100% money on Plaz. Let's go.
So Unknown, yes, I have learned that every time they used to do these. Okay, I don't know if everyone remembers. DC would put out these posters and these images of things that might happen. And a lot of them were red herrings that you weren't supposed to really pick up on. So I don't doubt DC would do something like that at all.
Damn you, Kyle.
Damn you, Kyle.
Because it's not like, oh, we got to sell tickets. And I'm like, damn ticket sales. But yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Because the Supergirl and Logo are coming in the movie. So we're probably going to feature them. But I think that'd be hilarious if she gets beaten up. You know, and he has to fight against Lex Luthor because it would keep, because what's going on in like Peacemaker, because Lex is there, you know, in that. So if they're tying it.
So we got Plaz can go Godzilla size. Plaz can do anything.
That's why I think, you know, it's gonna be, you know, Plaz. You're gonna say something, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle, what's up?
I think they're gonna do something stupid to Firestorm to get rid of him because Guy Gardner was in the Superman movie and is coming back and is doing the whole metamorpho thing and is a whole whatever, right? They're going to do something stupid that's going to make that not work.
I actually forgot about that too. Yeah, you're probably
And then, Lobo is going to win because Momoa. Like, at the end of the day.
Oh, I don't want to. You're probably right, but I don't
want them sell movie tickets.
I know, and you're probably right, but I don't want to. I want to think that they're going to be doing something more interesting.
So wait a minute. So Lobo's going to take Wonder Woman down?
No, he's going to win his first round match.
Okay.
Like,
or he is. You never know. You know, Lobo is he's a bastage, so maybe he will. I don't know. You know?
Does Lobo get Punchline? Does he get his daughter? Does he get
no daughter, just him.
I don't know.
All right, Swamp Thing Vixen. I'm going with Swamp Thing.
I'm going with Swamp Thing. He's like the green.
Yeah.
She's got an amulet. Just take that amulet off. She's useless.
Batwoman Cyborg. Ooh, I'm going with Cyborg.
I'm going with Cyborg.
Yeah.
Now, if Batwoman was up against a more, there really aren't any other Street Fighters. Well, Red Hood, but yeah, I gotta say, as much as Cyborg is gonna take it, and then you Cyborg or Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing, and then it'll be
All right.
Swamp Thing versus Wonder Woman or Plastic Man.
All right.
Maybe Lobo. I don't know. Like Kyle threw a huge wrench into this because he started talking about like corporate stuff, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. And on my copy,
Okay.
the Joker has put his smiley face over Batman. So Batman isn't even in this. So who will take that place and fight Star Sapphire? That's a good point, JT.
Yeah.
TJ, I'm sorry. Ooh, that was weird.
Yeah.
Lobo should win because he's Lobo. Momoa not. Swamp Thing versus Satana.
Maybe. Okay, so we have Joker versus Star Sapphire. I think Joker plays dirty and wins. Red Hood versus Damian Wayne. It's Damian Wayne all the way through. Damian Wayne's going to win unless they're going for the heartstrings. Then it would be Joker versus Red Hood.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have Zatanna versus Barda. I think, well, if Zatanna has any kind of way to keep distance, she's going to win. But if Barda charges her, she's getting pummeled. So that I want to give it. I want to give it to Zatanna because she can, do spells and attack from a distance and just bind Barda or something. So I'm probably going to go with Zatanna. Harley Quinn versus Metamorpho. My God, it's probably going to be No, sorry, it's probably going to be Harley Quinn because she's so popular. My hope is
though it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't.
And yes, so a wrinkle in this, everyone, is as TJ has said, Darkseid is actually on the board in the body of someone, and that So there is a lot here. I mean, this is what I love. When people used to come into the store and they'd be like, who would win in a fight between, and then they tell me two people, I would always say, whoever the writer wants, because in all reality, the writer is the one steering the book. And if the writer has bigger plans, so like we're talking about tonight, there's reasons why I think Firestorm should go further, because if you look at his actual powers, like Metamorpho and Harley, Metamorpho could become a gas and knock her out. He could become unbreakable and punch her. Like, there's a lot of things I would write if I was writing this.
But again, Kyle put it up, but Kyle made it right though. It's like he said it. He said it plainly. It's like we still got to get people in. There, of course, there's going to be upsets, but what's going on in the much larger,
DC universe?
And that's what I'm kind of like.
But this was fun. I like this.
But we will be talking brackets again. And I think what we'll do is
review each issue.
We're probably gonna review each issue and then go through the brackets again, because I really enjoyed this, and I'm very happy that you all stayed with us and talked this with us, because it really felt like that like Rich was saying, it really felt like that. Hey, who could win in a fight? Like you would talk about, in the cafeteria when you were in high school, or you talk about it at the comic book store. And I think that's what's so fun about this, and that's what's so original about this as well. And I think that's what's hilarious about it, is because when we talked about the whole Marvel Summit thing, at the DC Summit thing, they're probably all geeking out about this shit like we are, and that's what's so fun to me about this. So I'm super happy that DC is doing this. And I'm super happy that we can all do it together as listeners. Like, this was awesome. Thank you all. Yes, Kyle.
What's up, Kyle?
Did two things. One, did you guys see the big announcements out of New York Comic Con?
No, I haven't seen anything yet.
They announced that Marvel DC crossovers are going to continue.
Oh, I figured it was sold.
they're gonna be real specific about it and real careful with it, but they're gonna keep doing it. The other thing I wanted to mention is my favorite story of all time at C2E2. We're playing that game Super Fight. Who would win, right? And
Yeah.
at some
Yeah.
point, I pulled Dan Slott over and Scott Snyder. They're both walking through the bar at different times, and it's who would win, Superman or Spider-Man, or Batman or Spider-Man. And they just kind of look at each other and go, whoever the hell we want, we make those decisions and
Yeah.
walk away. Like,
Yeah.
so
That's the truth. That's
that's
the
the
truth.
thing I think about this DCKO thing is it's gonna come down to whoever's writing it, whatever Scott's whims are at the end.
Yeah. But again, it's still fun along the way though. Make sure I can't wait to be right and Rich to be wrong. Yay.
Ha ha ha. You're wrong.
Alrighty, Kyle. It's time for us to give away this book. So we went a little long. Thank you so much for staying.
You want this book? Get it in, because you could get this book for free from us and read it and have the same excitement. Hashtag Geek Chat.
When it jumps in. Any minute now. Kyle's going to put it on the screen. So, Rich, what are your plans for tomorrow?
Read Marvel books.
Really? I thought you were reading DC books after all this.
We won't get our DC books until Monday. I'll get Marvel tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, I have tomorrow off. I'm supposed to be packing.
Can you guys not see that?
Nope.
The winner is Kelly Hart.
Yay! Kelly won. Let me see if Kelly can win. He can win. Wow, he hasn't won in a while.
Did anyone see that?
No, we're just gonna take your word for it.
Yay! Congrats, Cal.
Yay,
It's showing up
Kelly.
on my screen.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's all black here, but that's fine. You know. Well, congratulations, Kelly. You saw it, so they saw it. That's so weird. Yeah. Huh.
Well, thank you, Michael. Welcome
Yes, thank you,
in.
Michael.
Thanks for commenting.
We hope you come back. I mean, not next week. We'll be here next week, but definitely come back and see what Kyle and the gang has going on during our time slot. But we will be here the week after, and we will be continuing this bracket thing because I want to see if Kyle, is right. The skeptic. There's always got to be a skeptic, and I want to see if he's going to be right or not.
Hey, you know what? Thank you, everyone. I have been so excited to do tonight's show. So yesterday I was excited, and then today I sent Des a little picture of the Pointer Sisters saying I'm so excited. I love these books. I love doing this. I love talking comic books with my friend. We've been doing this for so long. It's great. Thank you all for joining us.
Yes. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.